Scott,
I got a lot of work cut
Scott
out
just
this week.
commented on my red button.
It's that time of the month again.
But if he was recording, it would have been on the show.
Let it flow. See the flow, the universe of energy.
That's a good mashup.
Fucking stupid Judy.
Elsa's universe of energy.
It's a bloody
Oh
mess.
shit!
Oh my god. I don't like
shit.
that.
Mikey, make that a t-shirt.
Please stand clear of the beers. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las cervezas. Welcome aboard Three Sheets to the Mouse, your shot of bourbon in the sky. For those of you listening, this podcast contains adult humor, so earmuff your children and stay clear of the elderly. And for the comfort of others, send nudes, please. Thank you.
Fuck that little pig. This is horse shit. I podcast like I
I know it sounds sorted, but you'll be rewarded when at last I am given my dues. And injustice deliciously squared, be prepared.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to this quickie of Three Sheets to the Mouse. We're five average guys with a love for all things Disney, but tonight it's Trenton.
Hey, everybody.
Adam.
What's up?
And I'm Scott, and we're going to talk some Star Wars shit that's going on. I think they did a thing today.
There was a
Disney
thing.
did a thing today, right?
They did something.
They did a thing.
Yes.
Pissing me off is what's happening.
But we got some drinks, some food, some DVC news. But first, Trenton, what are you drinking?
I am drinking a dirty bastard Scotch-style ale from Founders.
So your beard.
Yep,
Yes,
that-
liquefied.
So, I'm going to be honest, it wasn't funny when Adam said it. No, it's not funny when you say it, and you guys hurt my feelings. It's like you're trying to hurt them.
You only have a feeling, so
You
I
are
don't know.
You are hurtful people.
I didn't know beards could have feelings like that.
Well, if you could grow one, then you would know.
I can grow one.
I don't know.
Mine doesn't really feel like much. It feels like hair.
Mine feels like little animals could live in it.
That's
But-
because you don't
but
clean or
Trenton-
wash it.
I soap this bitch every day, because if not, it gets all itchy and sucks.
But Trent, is it an old dirty bastard?
Not quite older.
Well, he's only 10, so how old could his beard possibly be?
Baby, I got your money.
Don't you worry. No, it's actually it's a stronger Scotch style ale. It's actually 8.5%, which is
That's pretty high.
kind of rough for a Thursday, but it doesn't taste.
Tomorrow's your Friday.
It doesn't taste boozy. So tomorrow's your Friday, like every other person. It doesn't taste boozy to me. It's got that strong nut brown. Like, this is what I'll buy this beer to feel like. You ever watched? Well, I don't know if you listen to Game of Thrones, but you've never listened to the Game of Thrones books or read them. But
I read them.
I watched the show.
I
so
read all
Adam
the
knows what I'm
books.
talking about. They'll talk about a strong brown, like a roasted brown ale. Mm-hmm. That's what this like. This reminds me of like an old medieval style beer.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
It's delicious.
There's a bunch of Scotch ales with like Sam Smith and Innocent Guns. They're really good.
I like
actually really
Sam
good.
Smith.
I like
the
it.
oatmeal stouts, maybe top 3 beers for me.
It is really good. I had it on tap actually
But
in London.
this is a strong, nutty, brown, sweet roasted ale. And I suggest this to anybody that's afraid of darker beers. Get the Dirty Bastard from Founders. It is incredible.
Nice. Adam, what do you got?
Blanton's.
Blanton's.
Don't tell Tim.
Easy to pour, easy to spell, easy to drink.
My faves.
Is it something that
It's
Tyrion
delicious.
Lannister would have liked?
Tyrion. I don't see him as a whiskey guy. He's more of like a wine guy.
Yeah, I see more wine.
He does drink wine. He likes wine and dark beer.
There you go.
Yeah. Tonight, I was inspired by Russell Lawrence Cole and Brian Adams Jr. Because because they made themselves a Scotch mist. So I got some black and white Scotch, some crushed ice, and a large peel of lemon, and it's delicious.
But it's not a meaty wedge.
Black and white, like the cookie. We could learn a lot from the cookie.
You don't want a meaty wedge. You want a meaty peel.
That looks... You took way too much time
That looks,
to make that.
yeah, that looks like a very complicated peel.
I don't have that kind of time.
Honestly, you just take a vegetable peeler and run it across the outside, and it makes a nice big size peel. I use that for the Vespers that I make, and then I slice them into longer strips.
Okay.
So that it gets a good citrus note to it. Because otherwise, if you do just like a thin slice of lemon, it's kind of too wispy.
Scott, the culinary connoisseur that you are, I can't believe that you use a vegetable peeler. You don't have a tournay knife, or a bird's beak knife to do like tournays and stuff like that?
I do, but I'm not going to sit there and do that right now.
You're talking funny words and sounds are coming out of your mouth right now.
So a bird's beak knife, Adam, you probably have...
It's a fancy word for a paring knife.
Oh,
No,
okay. I know what a
it's
paring
not.
knife
It's a
is.
paring knife with a curved flex. So you probably have one of your
so
knife
it's like a
block.
grapefruit knife.
It's a bird's beak, but so it's a curved blade that you could do tournays. So learning in a French restaurant, if you've ever seen a vegetable come out that looks like a little football, it's called a tournay, and they do it to like potatoes and radishes and stupid shit like that. It's really outdated and really fucking stupid, but
Yeah.
I think I used one to cut grapefruit.
hey, you could use absolutely.
I also have a thing called a bartender's friend, which is basically this like, it looks like a vegetable peeler, but it's got this little tiny like slit in it, and you just run that across the rind, and it creates the perfect spiral of.
See, I have a zester, the thing with like the 4 little holes. You can.
Oh, I've got one of those. Also, I've got a microplane, which is immensely helpful.
Awesome until you hit your fucking knuckle on it while you're doing nutmeg.
Why are you getting your knuckle that close to a microplane?
You're doing
Because
nutmeg fast in a
no.
professional kitchen.
No, that's a professional chef. That's all I know. Is like every time I've watched a professional chef show, somebody's always bleeding using a microplane.
That's true. That's true. I guess if you are doing nutmeg, it's a really tiny hand that you need to have.
Fuck.
Scott would be good at that.
I've got slightly big hands for my size. All right. Look,
Freak.
there has been some things happening today in the Disney World. The shareholders meeting finished up, and that means big announcements.
News.
Guys, guess what? We're getting a Tron coaster.
Get out. When?
No. Yeah. Bob Iger said so.
fucking
All right.
way.
So before all that, I just want to make a few corrections about the DVC stuff that we talked about, that y'all talked about on the last Quickie.
Yes. Okay. Hold on. We're bringing back Professor DVC because I'm new to the DVC club. Trenton is not a part of it.
I'm not even a part of it, so I'm just gonna get real drunk while these guys talk about this.
Adam loves DVC news. Like he is a member of like 6 different news organizations that specifically subscribe to DVC news.
No, I'm just a nerd, and I like math, and it kind of bothered me.
It hurt his
It
head
hurt
to
my
hear
soul
us
a
talk
little
about
bit. So, basically, it was announced last week
balanced.
that they can move points from one resort to another resort. That's not...
Well, we announced it.
Yes.
We announced it, not Disney.
Disney did not announce that. That is not correct.
Mm-hmm.
When a resort is built, it's allocated a set amount of points. They can move those points within that resort any which way they want once a year. So it's not just rooms, they can move it between seasons. So like your choice season, your magic season, your dream season, all those points can be reallocated, and it's usually a few points here and there. Recently, though, Disney got a whole bunch of backlash. And DVC got a whole bunch of backlash because the original 2020 use year points was such a drastic markup in certain categories, and the math didn't work. So, actually, Disney had to go back and recalculate all the points for 2020. And they said, even though they stand by what they did, and it had something to do with the lock-off rooms, and they said they stood by what they did, it was kind of sketchy. Because they ended up adding more points than was originally allocated to the resort.
Wait, Adam, you're saying Disney did something sketchy?
Well, they had to roll this back
For
though.
money?
But they had to
For money?
It wasn't just for money.
What?
They had to roll it back because this is contracted
Things for
shit.
money.
Yes, yeah. No, this is legally binding shit that they cannot do, and they did, and now gotta fix it.
Mm-hmm. But you see, the game here is, the bungalows in Poly are not selling out.
Mm-hmm.
They're beautiful, but what you can do is take 5 points from each of those categories and throw it in your studio, and that's allowed.
Makes sense.
Because the original, I'll be honest with you, we have enough points to get a studio during choice season at the Poly. With the original reallocation for Poly points, we didn't anymore. It went up, I think, 6 points, and that just that's a lot.
When did this take effect, or when does this new point schedule take
2020.
effect?
But it was rolled back already.
Okay, so next year I can book for way less than I actually booked for this trip coming up.
Maybe, because it depends on what you're booking.
Well, I mean for a studio.
No.
I can't afford a bungalow.
The game is that they're going to be increasing. Come 2021, everybody's guesstimating because the studios are the first to go,
Of course.
followed by the 2 bedrooms.
Makes sense because there are families that do stay in those.
The least attractive, the ones that you can usually find available, are the 1 bedrooms.
Yeah, and here's the thing. So we were kind of looking at doing a 1 bedroom for the September trip for us, or October trip for us. It's fucking expensive for a 1 bedroom. Like, and it's like a huge jump from the studio to the 1 bedroom, and then a slightly bigger jump, but not that big of a jump from the 1 bedroom to the 2 bedroom.
Correct.
Like at Saratoga, it's like 140 points for 4 nights or for 6 nights at a 1 bedroom during off season or during choice season, whatever it is. And then it's like 194 for the 2 bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like 70 for a studio during choice season. It's a huge jump. It's a double jump from that studio.
Well,
Poly?
Poly is the only resort that only has.
They only have studio in the bungalows. I'm actually surprised they didn't modify some of those studio rooms to be bigger when they renovated it.
They'd be too big to be it was one of those things where it'd be too big to be a lock-off 2 bedroom. Mm-hmm. And usually, or lock off even 1 bedroom. And the 1 bedrooms you get a few more amenities with. They would have had to retrofit the whole building to make it fit.
Plus those walls are steel based.
Exactly. So it would have been ugly.
It would have been a mess.
Which we know they're not about spending money on Poly. You can just ask Brant about his mattress.
That was a mistake. We've all heard about that. And he got it corrected.
Wait till he stays at Saratoga, man.
Yeah.
That mattress fucks.
If you don't get a renovated room at Saratoga, from what I understand, it can be a little rough.
It was rough, I'll tell you what. I was very disappointed. But Disney made it right. Talked about it all on the return show after the sheet up. They made it right. Well, it was good.
Here's the other problem with this, is that the 1 bedrooms don't really hold that many people. They're usually maxed out at 5 or 6.
Well, the thing is, it's still just a 1 bedroom. All you get is extra living space and a studio kitchen.
Well, you also get a washer dryer.
Oh yeah, you get the washer dryer too. That's right.
And I mean, that's important for people with like younger kids.
Here's the nice thing. It also does have the couch bed.
So does the studios.
No, I'm saying it has the couch bed in a separate room, so mom and dad can have their own room, and the 2 kids can sleep on the couch bed.
But would you really spend that many points just for a separate room with a sleeper sofa and a whirlpool tub?
I think this really comes down to something like Adam would have more experience with running. I mean, with running, you probably have to wash shit, and then you want to sit in a jacuzzi tub.
Okay, I don't fucking do laundry on vacation. I don't care how bad my shit smells. I pack Ziploc baggies for my running clothes.
But also,
so I can just throw it in a Ziploc baggie, seal it up, and don't have to smell it till I get home.
Like we talked about on the Riverside show, you can watch your laundry being done.
Oh God, I just listened to finished that show today, and I'm like, oh my God, they're sitting here quoting, "There's a laundry room available." I'm like,
it is wildly addictive to watch this.
Not
shit.
if you
I
ever
promise
lived
you.
in an apartment building.
But Adam, look, there's some other DVC news that just dropped yesterday as well. Riviera is officially a timeshare now.
Yes,
They filed the timeshare documents. But included in this is the point charts.
Yes, they always have to announce the point charts,
Right.
to figure out the allocations.
Exactly. Now, originally, if you go back to like episode 9 when the Riviera was first announced, way back in Three Sheets infancy, we talked about hoping this was going to be a moderate DVC resort. Big fucking no.
Well, here's the game with the Riviera. There's a lot going on with this resort, especially with the new contracts that are being written and the new rule that if you buy current resale, you are not going to be able to stay at any of the new DVCs. So that's including Beach Club and Beach Club is Riviera.
Just it's Caribbean Beach, but just Riviera.
No.
You can't, or no, I'm sorry, the Three Sheets Rehab. You can't stay at the new Three Sheets Rehab, and you cannot stay at the new Riviera.
Caribbean Beach is new. Caribbean Beach didn't have any new resort that's going to be deemed...
Riviera. You said Beach Club.
I'm sorry.
Beach
So
Club.
it's Caribbean Beach was the Riviera, right?
Riviera and Reflections of Disney Three Sheets Rehab.
And then there's going to be, I'm sure there's another one coming.
Oh, I'm sure there's going to be more, and that's going to be the kicker, is that if you're buying resale after this point in time,
it's already passed.
Yeah, you won't get the even for any new resorts coming up.
Yes.
So they'll keep that announcement. Basically, if you buy resale now, you're limited to the 14 current resorts that are on property as of this point, and nothing in the future will be available to you for your 7-month window.
But the fun with this is that it's retro the other way too. So if you buy Riviera resale, you can only stay
at Riviera. Is that how it worked?
Well, not at Riviera. It might be just the new resorts, but yeah, that's what they're saying. They're shooting resale afoot for the new resorts.
So I think Disney fucking over the resale market is not good for them. I think they're making a mistake.
There's such demand for it, though. I think they're going to get away with it. And they're going to... there's just a lot of demand for this. Is it great? No.
I think if I'm a resale company right now, I'm shaking in my fucking boots.
Oh, yes. Without a doubt.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Because they're taking more and more away.
You now have much less to sell, which means that price per point values can't go up because you've now taken away something, which means that if someone wants to buy something like Saratoga at $106 a point, Disney may say, "We'll buy it back."
Mm-hmm.
They will. I think Disney is going to start exercising right of first refusal.
It's definitely coming. And the fact they know what they're doing. They're still a business. They don't want you reselling. They don't want you making profit. I'm sorry. It's just a realistic fact of it.
I just think they're shooting themselves in the foot.
Why?
Because it's just I think it's gonna put people off. Number one, and most people can't afford the regular DVC, so they're gonna get buyback. That's cool, and then they're gonna be stuck with those rooms because people aren't gonna be able to afford $200 a point.
It's over $200 a point already.
No,
even some of the
it's 188 right now.
But even some of the resale contracts, a very desirable resale contract is going well over $200 a point.
Yeah, I mean, a Poly resale or Grand Floridian resale is pretty much close to Disney value, which is like 168 or 170. So it's still expensive.
See, if they're buying if they start buying Saratoga at 105, 110, and then they try to sell it at 150, they're gonna be stuck with that property.
No, they'll sell it. Because the thing is that they're going to start extending contracts again. There's going to be a benefit that we don't see. The reason why I really think this is happening, especially for the newer resorts, is that prime top-level dining. And they don't want another experience that they have with Top of the World. So they can, by rewriting a whole new contract, they can limit the people who are going up there now.
Right, because right now they cannot limit Top of the World because it is already a registered part of that timeshare, registered part of the benefits that come with being in the timeshare. They can do that going forward because they have yet to rewrite these contracts or they have yet to register these timeshares. Now, they didn't mention anything about the access to the restaurant at Riviera. I think that's going to be open to everybody.
I don't.
Well, I do, because here's the thing. If you limit it to only DVC members, it will sell out eventually, but it's going to hurt for reservations.
No, I doubt it. I don't think so.
Look you've been to Top of the World during the fireworks. It's fucking insanity. You can't even get a spot on that wall.
I would pay a reservation.
I'll show a picture the night before a party night where the kids are running back and forth on that balcony. We had the balcony to ourselves.
Yeah, but it's very rare that
I would say
happens
that's more
now.
a rarity. I mean, not
because the one time that we tried to watch it up there, I don't know if you were there or not that time, but we showed up a little late. It was 3 people deep.
Was that when we were there with Kate?
I think
we
so.
were there.
I don't remember. But it was 3 people deep on that balcony. I ended up going inside because, first of all, the bugs were crazy.
No, that was the night, because we were there because we walked outside to watch and we were like, fuck it, let's go back to our table. Not even worth it. Because we had that high top right by the window.
Because we couldn't see anything because it was so deep.
I also don't think that these places are that intriguing anymore now that the projection show is there. Because you can't fucking see it.
This is going to be a little more intriguing because now you can see Epcot fireworks. And you can see Hollywood Studio fireworks.
And there won't be a projection show like Happily Ever After because there's really nothing to project on in Epcot apart from Spaceship Earth, but that's too far away for anyone to really see and be part of the Lagoon fireworks.
But I can definitely see... You're forgetting. The bourbon tastings sell out. They can't keep up with the demand for that. And that's just the tasting.
Those are good perks, but I mean, how much, Adam? How much is that bourbon tasting?
$90.
No, it was like $45.
Oh, I was saying 90 because it was the total. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's either 35 or 45 per person. I don't remember.
But that's still not bad. I just think they're gonna probably, because they're gonna want to make sure that restaurant is packed. They're gonna open that up to everybody.
It's either that or they're gonna make it true signature dining.
There's absolutely 100%. It is signature dining.
But it's going to be on the level of, like, you're going to need to dress up for this.
Oh, I would expect it to be on the par with, like, Narcoossee's or
I can
Citricos.
I can see it being a level above those. Like, somewhere in between Victoria and Albert's and
I was going to put it on the
Narcoossee's.
level of Citricos.
Well, isn't Citricos? Yeah, Citricos requires, like, more than
you can get
casual
in
resort wear.
With anything in any signature restaurant.
Yeah, I think they're not going to... They're not fucking turning people away. They're not going to not take your money.
No.
But
it's not like Victoria and Albert's where you have to have a jacket.
And even for...
I do believe you're right, though. The restaurant at the top of Riviera is absolutely 1,000,000,000% going to be high-end signature dining, and it's going to be costly.
And you can't tell me it's going to be easy to get a reservation there within the first 4 or 5 years. So why not make it a narrow pool?
Maybe they'll restrict it for a while, but I think it will be a full service restaurant open to anyone at Disney.
I don't think so. There's no point in building it then. There's no point in putting it where it is.
No, because there is a point to putting it where it is, and because that's as close as you're going to get to California Grill at another resort or another park.
That's the point. I don't.
You're gonna be able to see fireworks from that resort.
I don't see it being on that level.
I do.
Oh, I do. I definitely do.
Yes, this will be the next California Grill.
I mean, California Grill is more expensive than Citricos, I guess.
It's a lot more expensive than Citricos.
I was thinking more Citricos.
California Grill is ridiculous price.
I think this is going to be one. When this menu comes out, which is probably about 2 months away, it is going to be one of the most expensive restaurants on Disney property, minus Victoria.
Again, I feel like people complain that they say Citricos is shitty, but I don't think so.
I've never eaten there because Tim.
I've never eaten there. Yeah, well, yeah, it's all fish.
Yeah, there's no point.
When I went there last, I had a fillet. It was really good.
Yeah, but they had no.
I am excited to try Narcoossee's this
They had
trip.
no appetizers for it.
That's true.
So I'm like,
the
you know,
appetizer.
Yeah.
So,
I'm sure it is, but there's no appetizers. You can have a steak, and that's it.
I know.
Yeah, that's
I know.
not how we eat.
Tim.
But okay, so Adam, we talked like I said, we were talking about maybe this would be a moderate DVC with the points value. Definitely not. So there are a new type of room here, the Tower Studio, which we talked about. It's basically the studio apartment from New York size. I mean, it's tiny.
Is it bigger than a Value?
No, it's only about 250 square feet.
So it's about the same size as a Value. Maybe 20 more square feet.
Value is 300 square
I
feet.
thought it was like 370.
Hold on. Value resorts are 260. So yeah, you're right. It's about the size of Value.
360.
It is 15. Now this is the base price. So this is the first price. 15 points a night.
Wait, what?
15 points a night.
For when?
This is an average. Okay, so this is just the average, so it can go up a few points. All right, so the average point cost per night is going to be 15 points a night. So probably
because you're going to have points at 10 points a night, 9 points a night.
And then the weekends are going to be, what, 20?
Low.
It'll probably be 12
17.
and it'll probably be anywhere between 12 points a night in the low season.
Hey, if it has a sleeper sofa like that fucking
season.
bungalow had, I wouldn't give a shit. Oh, it's not even. It's
a-
not even
it's
a
a
sleeper
pull-down
sofa. I
Murphy
thought it was a
bed.
Give me
sofa.
1 second.
No, it's a pull down. It's a
It's
pull down
like
Murphy
how
bed.
they have it at also the
Is
new
that a double
pop
bed?
rooms. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
double bed. So full size bed. You get a little studio kitchen thing, and
Dude.
a bathroom with a vanity, a water closet, and toilet.
sounds like me and
vanity,
Steph's
toilet,
way
and
to
tub
go.
shower.
But for a week, that's 105 points for the average.
So that's about on par with
No.
Choice season at the Poly.
No,
That's not bad.
Not even close. Not even close.
I can
Well,
tell
no,
you
because
right
I got
now.
a week
I'll tell
there.
you how
It's
many points.
104 for this week.
A full week, 7 days, weekends.
6 nights.
Okay,
6
no.
nights.
I tell you right now, the average point during Choice season is 130 to 136 points for a week because that's
really?
when we stay. Yeah.
Oh, when
September
is
is not
Choice
Choice.
season?
October.
I don't know. When we did our DVC little thing where we did the little meeting where you go get free fast passes and the gift card or whatever, we could stay at Saratoga in off season for like 53 points a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
But that's also very far away from everything. I'm not saying
It
it
is.
has
That's-
nothing to do with it being, and it's
No.
an older resort. So again, they're locked into that point rule, where this
Right.
is the amount of points that they have. There's only so much wiggle room that they can move with those points.
Yeah.
Oh, my reservation doesn't say how many points it is.
All I know is in May, so in the last week before Memorial Day in May, it's 104 points for 6 nights.
Yeah, it's about right because that's
Yeah.
off peak.
It's about 19
That's
points a night.
Dream.
That's standard. No, not quite Dream. Not
No,
quite
Dream is less. Dream is more. It's Choice. Preferred.
I don't remember
I don't
what they
remember
call
all
it.
them either.
Okay, so now they have 2 deluxe studio sections: the standard view, which is probably on the opposite side of the room, and then the preferred view, which is probably the Epcot side.
So I lied. Sorry, Scott, to interrupt you. So in April, the room at the Saratoga Springs, a deluxe studio, is for weekdays 14 points, and during the weekends is 18 points.
Yeah,
That's
so
about right. Yeah. But April's prime season because of spring break stuff. There are 2 deluxe studios. One is a standard view. It's 20 points probably facing away from Epcot, and 24 points a night facing towards Epcot.
And these are just averages, though, so it's hard to tell. Because there can be a huge point spread between Choice and
Yes.
each season can go up like 10 to 20 points.
Now this is on par with what
Everything
Holly's
else
probably
is
going to
it.
charge. So this is essentially a deluxe villa. It's deluxe resort. Absolutely.
Well, we knew that was going to be. I mean, as much as
Yeah.
we all hoped it was going to be
Hoped.
something else, I knew it wasn't.
Yeah.
And the way they built up this building, it wasn't going to be. The key with this is that building that they made.
Yeah, definitely. The one-bedroom standard view is going to be 40 points a night. The one-bedroom preferred view is going to be 47 points a night.
Wait, 40?
Jesus Christ.
One bedroom? That's average.
Yeah, that's average. That's average around the monorail.
Yeah, it's not awful.
I mean, that's right
It's
on
a
par
third
with
of a
Bay
below.
Lake. It's Bay Lake.
More than a
it's
third.
Contemporary.
Wait,
or it's Bay
how
Lake,
many?
it's Poly,
No,
and Florida.
bungalows are a lot more money a night.
Bungalow is
It
close
was
to like
100 It was
120.
120.
Yeah, that's a
120.
lot.
That's
When you think
more-
about a week,
47 is more than a third of a bungalow. That's almost half a bungalow.
No, it's 40 points a night.
40 points a night.
Yeah, the bungalow-
100 that's 90 more points.
The
90
bungalow,
more
the bungalow's
points to get a
120
bungalow.
points a night.
When? Not on
In Sep-
average.
in the first
we
week of
stayed
September,
there.
which is the lowest season.
Not on average.
I'm just saying when we stayed
No,
there, it was
bungalow on average.
No, that's
Yeah,
not
you stayed in the lowest
September.
season though.
I'm
September's
just
not a
saying
busy
you
season.
can stay at a bungalow for half more points.
Right, but you're not looking at it as the average points for the bungalow. You're looking at the lowest point for
I
that
get that.
season.
I also think they should lower the points for those bungalows, but
But you see, if they lower the points for the bungalows, the points are going to go somewhere. It's going to go right into
that's
the
true.
studios.
Yeah, and they'd rather keep, because there's only so many bungalows. They'd rather say, you know what, we don't need to fill them, because guess what, they do have people there. I mean, they are occupied.
But I mean, ask Adam. I mean, that villa at Bay Lake was cheaper than the bungalow, and that fucking villa was amazing.
But again, you have to be super careful because that villa at that bungalow was built before everything else. Mm-hmm. So,
The villa at Bay Lake was
villa
built
at Bay
before.
Lake was built before. So every time they announce a new building, they're adding more and more points into these contracts.
I guess.
So, I mean, a prime example, I just pulled up just the basic point charts. You can get Animal Kingdom Villa at Jumbo for starting at 9 points a night. And that's starting at 9 points a night. So that's not even
That's
your average.
Fucking great.
That's yes, but they're very hard to get, and those are for
They
the
are.
value accommodations.
And those are more like the Tower Studio. There's probably only about 50 or
No,
60 of
yeah,
those
exactly.
in the entire resort.
Exactly. Beach Club starts at 15. And that starts.
The only time I've ever stayed at Animal Kingdom, it was a 2-bedroom.
We're staying there in October. I'm very excited for that.
We had two bedrooms.
So
Yeah.
all right, so the 2 bedrooms here are going to be 54 and 65, standard
Jesus.
and preferred. And then the Grand Villa will be 134 points a night.
Nope. That's more expensive than a bungalow. It better be fucking immaculate.
Well,
It's going to be.
it's going to be one. First of all, you are the farthest point away in those bungalows from Magic Kingdom's Happily Ever After. You will be way closer to Epcot's fireworks than any other.
The bungalows
Park.
aren't the farthest point. The bungalows are closer than regular poly rooms.
But you also have to realize something else. The cabins are more expensive than the bungalows are.
The Copper Creek.
Yes.
I thought they were just slightly.
They're
cheaper.
also nicer.
They're a little more expensive.
They are bigger though. They are bigger.
But they're a little more expensive. Again, anytime they're going to build something, the point values for these rooms are going to get inflated.
It's just annoying.
It's called progress, and
It's called capitalism, Scott.
it is, and I have no problem with that.
But there's no like inflation proofing here, because they will adjust it. And I mean, I think from what I was researching a little bit on it, they've only had really about 5 or 6 true total reevaluations across the resort, and it
Yeah.
screwed people up every time they did it because your studios, which is the first thing to go, always gets bumped up first.
Well, I called it inflation resistant. It's not proof,
Yeah.
but it definitely is a better value than, say, in 10 years.
Oh,
In 10
without
years,
a doubt.
Adam, you're going to pay far less for a studio at Poly than the average guest buying it.
Oh, yeah.
There's no doubt. That's always gonna
actually
be.
a lot less.
But at this point, if they would have kept with the original charts, if I was going to go during the time I normally go, I would
you'd
have,
get it for a steal.
I'd have to buy more.
Don't you wish you could go back in time
Yeah.
and tell your parents to buy fucking DVC at Key West? Buy as much as they
please.
could.
It would never happen, number one, and I'm kicking myself in the ass. I want to say Animal Kingdom was going for like $70 a point.
Oh my god.
When, like I told the story last time, when Bob was working for DVC, and he was like, "You should do it. You should just do it. It's like 48 points and $48 a point. You can afford this." I was like, I really should, but I shouldn't because I'm so young. I'm not making a lot of money.
Exactly,
dude.
I wish
Animal Kingdom was
$70
a point, I would buy 1,000 points.
but it's not even $70 a point anymore. Even through
I'm saying if it was then, I would buy 1,000
No.
points. I would mortgage my house again to buy 70,000 points then if I knew what I knew now.
Yeah, I mean, look,
the
what?
biggest complaint,
Hindsight is always 20/20.
and the biggest complaint from any DVC buyer is always, I should have brought when I originally looked into it, and I should always have bought more points. Those are the two biggest things that everybody I've ever spoken to has ever said.
So one other thing that I got off the timeshare listings, they had to file blueprints with. By the way, got really nerdy on this. Looked at the blueprints, but also the height values of this resort. The 10th floor, which is where the restaurant's going to be, is at 189 feet.
Yeah, because probably 190 you have to put a blinky light on it.
Exactly, and that's actually just the same height as the California Grill, which is the 15th floor.
Okay. 14th floor.
Or 14th floor, whatever. It's the 15th floor. Skipping floors.
Wait, no. So the ceilings are. So that means that the ceilings are higher in Riviera.
Yes. They're probably.
Or it's either the ceilings are higher or the top floor restaurant, the ceilings are bigger. You have to be super careful with it.
The 10th floor will start at 189.66. So you're gonna have a great view of the fireworks.
Well, once the new Epcot fireworks start with the drones,
I'm not looking forward to that.
It's gonna be weird.
And I don't think they're gonna be using drones, to be honest with you. I think they had way too many problems with the show that they tried to do for Christmas, where they were losing drones in the water and people were they were getting destroyed, and it just was such an expensive. It was one of the most expensive show to do, and they didn't even have fireworks. They just had little light up drones, and they couldn't get them synchronized right. I think as much as everybody, there's a reason why it didn't come back again this year.
Did you guys watch any of the Super Bowl halftime show this year with the drones and the love and all this stuff like that? It looks so stupid.
No,
I'm
actually,
sorry.
as soon as that show came on, I looked for the sharpest corner surface in the room and tried to bang my fucking temple into it. So
yeah, it was not good. But no, it just looks stupid. I have no issue. I have no interest in seeing this.
Now, Scott, I think we know that it looks stupid, but I don't think that the mass majority of people think that it's stupid, unfortunately.
They're enamored with new things and shiny.
I don't know if you've ever seen a little film called Men in Black. Person is smart, people are dumb.
Well, like I said, they've had so much stop-starts with that drone technology and automated boats, even during Rivers of Light. I don't see this happening.
I honestly, I think they're going to have to pull an audible at the last minute and figure something else out.
I think we're going to get a World of Color.
I think we're going to get Illuminations 2.0 because they're going to go, fuck, we really fucked up.
No, I see World of Color.
More fire!
Which they can do with World of Color.
True.
Yeah, they can do that. And trust me,
I love World of Color. Holy
the only
crap.
issue is that's going to, and I have no problem with this. If they decide, hey, you know what, we got to audible this, and we have to put in all this piping for the fountains and the stuff like that. That means Illumination stays for another year. I'm totally okay with that.
They have to shut it down.
It's not gonna, they already have the inner show planned.
Yeah, the interim show is supposed to start.
They're draining? Can you imagine what that shit's going to look like drained?
Well, they drained.
They've drained it before.
Yeah, it's on, and they've drained. They drained World of Color Lagoon. I don't know what it's called over there. Do you?
I don't know what they call that.
But actually, you know what I'm talking about. It's the area where World of Color goes off.
Yeah.
They drained that on the regular to repair and fix, and it doesn't look awful. We've seen it drained.
The only thing I've ever seen drained was where fucking in Hollywood Studios.
Your snake.
Jesus. Drained pipe. No, the lake where the dinosaur is in Hollywood Studios. Yeah.
Echo Lake.
I've seen that one drained. It's creepy.
By the way, absolutely love that they put the Christmas tree on Echo Lake.
I mean,
I like
I think Hollywood Studios is the nicest Christmas It has the Hollywood Studios now has the best Christmas decorations of any park.
I'll take your word for it. I don't think I really saw that.
It's better than the rest.
I might see them in January if they're still out.
You didn't see them in November?
They weren't on.
Yeah, they were.
They were on.
No, at night they weren't.
Yes,
Not
they
before I
were.
left.
Yeah. No, we saw them. What I
The
liked
tree
about
was
Hollywood
up.
Studios.
The Holly Jingle Ball, Jingle Bam didn't start to the night that we left.
Oh, yeah, that's
you
right,
guys
'cause
left
it started,
before us, yeah.
It started that night you left.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, before it wasn't all done by the time we left.
Paradise Bay is what it's called.
But they truly drain that on a regular basis to make sure
They
everything's
do.
working correct.
They do.
And
There's
it's
a lot of
crazy.
electrical.
You can see the tubes and stuff. There's a lot
Drain
of
in
tubing.
it.
Holy shit.
It looks like the Bellagio fountains. It's really cool.
I think it's more intense than the Bellagio fountains.
Well, it's definitely more jets.
Yeah.
I think per square footage or something like that.
Because I want to
But-
say the Bellagio fountains are just huge, like 3 circles. But I don't remember. It's been a while.
All right. Look, lots of DVC news, but big thing came out.
My body is ready, Scott.
last week. Big thing came out last week. Food and beverage at Star Wars Galaxy Edge.
Ooh, Scott just whipped a big thing out.
Let's call this what this is.
Oh my God.
It's Satuli 2.0.
Yeah, I agree.
It's I don't think it's going to be as customizable as that, but a lot of the dishes look the exact. They're definitely it's definitely a protein over starch and veg.
Yep.
I mean,
Look, they definitely got a discount on the serverware.
I think that looks cool.
The quick service here at Star Wars Galaxy Edge at the Black Spire outpost of Batuu will be called Docking Bay 7 Food and Cargo. Travelers will
You
be able to
said
spot
dock.
Docking.
I think Sarah Ford giggled at the every time the docking it was
Oh,
in the
God.
article.
Docking is horrible.
Travelers will be able to spot the fast casual eatery Docking Bay
Don't Google
Food
that.
and Cargo
Docking.
Don't Google docking. Don't. For the love of God.
by the multi-transport shuttle docked on top. So much docking in this one.
Docking, just yeah.
We're children.
I mean, let's be honest. They knew what they were doing. They didn't just start saying. The Imagineers of this were like docking.
Oh yeah.
No, because have you read the cook's name yet?
Oh yeah. I'm getting there.
And then Joe Rogan
Okay.
comes in. He's like, I don't know why everyone's laughing. I'm too old to understand.
Proprietor and chef Strono Cookie Tugs.
You're telling me that the word cookie is known in the Star Wars universe. They know what a cookie is.
But I'm talking about tugs with your docking.
You're tugging my
Really?
cookie. You're gonna tug my cookie. Is that what you're saying?
Are
Jesus,
you
Oh,
docking
yeah.
with my cookie tug?
you're gonna tug my docking cookie. God damn it!
We are so childish. Chef Strono Cookie Tugs. Cookie runs the kitchen at Docking Bay 7 Food and Cargo, having once honed his cooking craft in the kitchen of Maz Kanata and Takodana, and then traveled the galaxy with the combined results of bringing exotic flavors and unusual dishes to Tugs Grub.
So the fact that he learned
Tug
how to
scrub,
cook on
really?
Taco Dana
Really?
and there's not tacos on this menu, thank the Lord, because that would be the worst pun that I've ever heard in my life.
Tug scrub.
I'm sure they'll make it there
Tug
someday.
scrub. Can we take a second? Tug scrub, really? Tug scrub?
Hey,
I don't
you
want
know what?
anything from Tug
You
scrub.
want to
thank
tug
you.
my grub? Ugh.
The Imagineers from the 90s are back.
So bad.
As to those exotic flavors and unusual dishes, guests can enjoy familiar flavors, but sometimes with unexpected and surprising colors and textures in a unique presentation. So there are 3 dishes, okay? The Felucian Garden Spread, which is basically a vegetable-based dish with a starch underneath, and what looks like naan bread.
Are those? Is that fried falafel balls?
Yeah, it's fried falafel.
Yeah.
Okay, we can move on. This is vegetarian. Go to the next one.
Hey, dude, don't knock falafel until you
I
try
like
it.
falafel.
No, I'm not saying I had
Falafel's
falafel,
good.
but I'm also a red-blooded American, so let's just move on.
I would eat falafel. The oven roasted burra fish, which is basically a strip of fish served over vegetables and rice.
Is that pumpkin seeds on it?
I think
I
so.
thought they were pistachios, but
No. Oh, could be.
They wouldn't
Those
put
are way
pistachios
too
on
fat
top
to be
of that.
pumpkin seeds.
I don't know. There's some sort of like nut. Or
It's a
seed on top of
legume.
it.
It's from Tug's Pub. What do you expect? It's
But
definitely a
It's
nut.
probably a sustainable fish. I guarantee this isn't the same fish every time you order it.
No, it's sustainable.
AKA the cheapest they can get at the time that they're ordering food.
So what are we looking at? Well, you're looking at either tilapia.
Tilapia or grouper.
No, that's a meaty fish. I don't think they're not gonna put tilapia.
not?
in
Why?
there. That's
Cheap.
Because they're not gonna have a fillet like that. It's gotta look like that. It's cheap, but it's gonna be the cheaper of a salmon. It's gonna be a cod. It's gonna be a snapper. It's gonna
white
be bird.
to be salmon.
Yeah, too white to be salmon. That's probably grouper.
No, it's overcooked salmon. Yes, I agree that it can be overcooked.
The last dish they have on the menu right now is the fried Andorian tip yip.
This
I don't
looks
even know what the fuck that is.
gross.
That is essentially an air fryered chicken.
This looks
That's chicken?
like a log of shit.
It does look like a log of shit.
It looks like dog throw up.
It does. It looks really bad, and it's served over a fried rice, but not fried rice.
I mean, is that ground chicken? How do they get that?
I'm just
chicken
not.
look
I'm
like
just
a
kind of
log?
surprised there's not more corn in the log.
Jesus Christ!
This looks
we are
horrible.
children. By the way,
We
if you didn't get all the docking references, now we're talking about corn and turds. By the way,
Yes.
that's where all this is coming.
There
from.
are two drinks available: the Fatro and the Moof Juice.
What'd you call me?
I called you a moof juice. What are you gonna do?
I
with
thought he
it?
called me I thought he called me a fatro.
The Fatro and the Moof Juice. Neither of which I believe are alcoholic. I
yikes.
believe there will be alcoholic beers and beverages at the restaurant. They just haven't announced them yet. The two desserts: the raspberry cream puff, which
Why
is
is
a
it
white.
green.
I don't know what that is. That's probably mint.
It's actually the green part is the raspberry puree, I believe.
Raspberry puree.
I actually heard that raspberry cream puff is really good from what
But
people
why is
are
it
saying.
green?
Because it's fucking Star Wars. Why is the milk green? Why is the milk blue? Why
The
does it
milk is
come out of
green
some
because
big
it's-
dirty
it's-
titty on the side of a mountain?
No, but the milk is green and blue because it's vegetable and plant based. It's
No,
not dairy
in the
based.
movie it's green and it comes out of some big manatee sloth ostrich titty.
Okay, but that makes more sense than green raspberries.
I mean, food coloring, brother. Come on. It's space shit. At least it's not freeze-dried ice cream from the fucking Kennedy Space
No,
Center.
we're gonna have that at the space restaurant. Mark my words, you're gonna have that at the space restaurant.
Oh,
You can't pay
definitely.
me to eat there. That's gonna be terrible.
Really, really shocked that there's nothing alcoholic announced at this restaurant, but I'm sure there will be. I'm sure there will
I
be.
want to see there was a menu that did have the alcoholic beverages on it, but I don't remember where I saw it.
It's at the top of this article at a
Yeah.
different
Yeah.
place.
It's a different place.
Oh.
But I
Boo.
now again, these are all of these places are both for Disneyland and Disney World.
Yes.
So I think that the Disneyland, this is just the menu for Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. Disney World's menu may be different and subject to change because the only place at Disneyland where you will be able to get food and alcoholic drink, will be Oga's Cantina.
Also,
Yeah.
don't
And
forget
now-
that all these places in California have been known, the ingredients have been known to cause cancer in the state of California.
Raspberries?
I'm sure.
It's a joke because literally everything that you ever have purchased, there's a note on it that says, this has been known to cause cancer in the state of California.
Yeah.
Only in the state of California, though, so we're not in
Only that
California.
way.
It's
Yeah.
fine.
Thank
It's
God.
fine. We're good. So
Dodge
Oga's
that bullet.
Cantina. Oga's Cantina is going to open up at Star Wars Galaxy Edge, both in Disneyland and Disney World. This marks really historic occasion because this is the only place that the plebeian public will be able to get an alcoholic beverage at Disneyland Resort. They can't take it out. It's sit down only, and you have to finish it in there. It's no walkaways, no takeaways. Even like... Oh, yes. No, I think there will be.
But they can't take it out. There's going to be a line to the front of Disneyland here.
I don't think so.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Not for just drinks. If you're not a
People-
Star Wars
Yes.
fan, you're not going here for drinks. You
You
have
will.
to understand,
No,
Disneyland
I-
is super tiny, and you can literally walk in any... The second you walk out of the gate, you can get a drink.
Yeah, but there's a lot of people that go in there and they only have a ticket to get in there.
Disneyland
and
is
they want to
different.
drink.
Go back
Disneyland's different.
in.
It's a local
This is going to
park.
be ridiculous.
You can go back
Yeah.
in. It's not
what
like
they'll do is-
You're not
Trent,
walking out to come back in and get a drink.
Unlike
This
you
is
and
not?
I at Disney World, you
You're
have
literally-
to take
People
a
are
monorail
lazy. Have you
have
met
to
people?
or take a monorail to Epcot. You can
Disneyland is
literally
different.
walk
People
across the
would
street,
walk out to
walk
get a
across
drink.
the Esplanade,
I've seen
go
it.
over
I've
to
been
Carthay
there.
Circle Theater and grab a grab a cocktail.
Well, it's not even. You don't even have to go. Even if you have a one-day park ticket, you can walk out, go to downtown Disney, which is attached.
Downtown Disney is what 150 yards away.
Not even.
I still think they're going to be a line out the fucking door.
I don't think so.
I also
No,
think
it
Disneyland
will
should
not
just
be that
serve
bad.
alcohol because they need to get the
But
fuck
you
over
also.
it.
But there's no line for alcohol when you're in California Adventure, and they can serve alcohol there. So I don't see that this is going to be that big of a thing. The parks are way too close together for this to be a thing.
Is this? This isn't going. I thought this was going in California Adventure.
No,
No, it's going in
Adventure,
Disneyland.
It's going in Disneyland, but they're literally
Aren't they connected?
they're right across the street from each other.
Yeah.
You literally can walk from one park to the other
So
park.
do we
in like
do we
5
not
seconds.
think that Disneyland needs to get over the whole no alcohol thing? I mean, like,
No.
come on. Why?
Disney World, Magic Kingdom hasn't.
Yeah,
Yes, it
Magic Kingdom
has.
Only at sit-down restaurants.
Only at sit-down restaurants, it's the same rules. You can't walk around with
I
it.
think Disney or Magic Kingdom needs to get over that shit too.
It doesn't bother me. It's really not.
It's not that it doesn't. It does
No.
not that it bothers me, but I think it's just stupid.
Then why does it? If
I-
it doesn't bother you, then why do they have to get over it? This is what I don't understand. If it's not really bothering you, people are sneaking alcohol in all the fucking time. We all know this.
So why not? So why not capitalize?
Because it's
They
that
don't want to
park.
sanction.
Because it's not what Walt would have wanted.
No,
It's
so
not
hard to
that
hear that.
park. There's
I'm going to
nothing
stand
wrong
by
with
it.
that.
I'm going to stand by it. I would like to see something like Oga's Cantina in Magic Kingdom,
No, I
where
wouldn't.
you can sit down at a bar and have to stay there, but things are controlled.
The line for that place would turn me off in a heartbeat.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm
The
sure it
line
would.
would be like this for Oga's Cantina and Disneyland too. That's
but
what I'm saying.
But it's not for. You're thinking it's for the alcohol. I think it's just because it's Star Wars. Has nothing to do with the fact that
I
they're
think it's a
serving
mixture of
crazy
both.
cocktail. I do not. I absolutely do not. Seeing and touring Disneyland is a totally different experience than touring Disney World, and I can't compare the two. I'm sorry, it just doesn't make sense.
No, they're not. They're not even the same. They're not remotely the same. I do think that there will be a line to get into this place only because it's Star Wars, not because of alcohol.
That's how I feel. Yes, well, there'll be a line without a doubt, not because they're serving.
Trenton, in 1986, when Star Tours opened in Disneyland. Now, Star Tours is essentially where, in the Magic Kingdom, MILF would be. Okay?
Yeah.
That's where it should
That
be now.
line started at MILF, wrapped around the plaza, down Main Street, and outside the park when that opened up.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. Between that and alcohol, this is going to be insanity.
Alcohol's
That
not going to play a
alcohol
role
is
in it.
not the
I
draw in
guarantee it
California.
does. I guarantee it will.
It's not going to. There's no need. You have to
Disneyland's
understand.
different. If it was Disney World, yes, because the nearest bar for you is 40 minutes away, whether it's by monorail or by car getting out of the park. I mean, it takes if you were to walk, how long would it take you to walk from the hub to the Wave restaurant?
25 minutes.
25 to 30 minutes.
And you-
How long do you think it would take you to walk from, Adam, how long would it take you to walk from the hub in Disneyland to Carthay Circle in California Adventure?
Carthay Circle's all the way on the other side. So maybe
What's right up front? That one little like stand right up front.
maybe from the hub.
Yeah,
If 15 minutes, it would be a lot.
exactly.
If 15 minutes, it would be a lot.
It's a different beast. Now, I am excited for Oga's Cantina over at Disney World's Galaxy's Edge, because this is going to have some interesting drinks.
You say that nicely.
It's a lot of bubble balls.
I'm so tired of balls.
No, you're not.
I honestly, like, I don't hate the margarita. I know everyone was hating on the margarita from Pagu Pagu the other day.
It's a frozen margarita. It's not that good.
I don't like frozen margaritas.
You know why I like it? Because I like getting a little liquored up before I get locked in to fucking Flight of Passage. Because if I don't, I get real freaked out. So I suck down a couple of those and I'm cool. But
I just don't like frozen
You're
drinks.
kind of a lightweight.
I'm not a big frozen drink person. I don't like brain freeze.
Fast.
Yeah, I don't like the frozen margaritas. Give me the La Cava's handmade margaritas.
Mm-hmm.
The last time I went to La Cava, it was not good.
Oh,
the food was
the
good.
best. Well, it's the
was
best
good.
tequila bar in the United States. So
I never
You're
had a
wrong.
bad. I've had a bad time at La Cava because of the crowd. I've never had a bad drink.
You know why it was bad when I went there? They didn't bring me what I ordered, number one, and it was too busy to even bother asking the guy to bring me the correct thing.
I only get drinks at the bar though.
And the one I got wasn't good. The queso and the salsa was fucking amazing.
I usually just grab a drink at the bar. I'm not gonna lie. I don't sit and try and eat in there because it's too small for me.
all right, so Oga's Cantina is going to be frequented by one of our longtime friends.
Hell
So-
yeah!
So Rex has been fixed. He's no longer defective,
Well,
but he's got a new job.
I need to have him defective. I need to have him broken just a little bit.
So the problem with
sorry.
Rex being a DJ is I just want to hear the Cantina song over and over again, though. I don't need him to play other songs.
Well, from what I heard, again, reading and
bass
looking, people are really enjoying the soundtrack.
Oh, there's a soundtrack already?
Yeah, people have heard it already, and people are really enjoying it. There was a tour, and again, this is also listening to another podcast. I know, shock horror, but there was a press event that a bunch of presses have recently walked through the California themed Star Wars land with hard hats and everything, and the music there is pretty awesome from what I'm understanding.
Yeah, the lady in the podcast I was listening to is from Travel and Leisure
I
magazine.
think it was the same podcast you might have been
Yes,
listening
It
to.
was.
Look at you two doing your research.
Connecting.
And yeah, I mean, she said it was really, really good. I mean, she also said the food was really, really good. I know we kind of shit on the food and it looked shitty, but the stuff that she talked about was not in this post.
No, so far, yeah.
So the alcoholic drinks that can be found at Oga's Cantina, the first is the Outer Rim, and this looks kind of like a.
You said
Sounds sexual.
It looks kind of like a Manhattan drink. The Outer Rim, it looks like kind of like a Manhattan or whiskey style
what the hell is
martini
floating
drink.
on? It looks like a slug.
It looks like
think
avocado
it's-
cream.
I thought it was a rind of some sort
It kind of looks like a slug.
with black
I
salt.
don't know what that
with,
is.
Like that's like volcanic.
Could it be an
salt.
oyster?
Oh my god!
Pickle?
Please, God, no.
A pickle?
Could be a
Stop.
pickle. Could
Just
be a
stop.
pickle vegetable.
You guys are gonna make me want to throw up.
I don't know what that is. Looks like a little piece of Jabba the Hutt. That's what it looks like.
Hot. It's a
The second
tentacle.
drink is the second drink is the Bespin Fizz. This looks like a frozen drink
yuck.
with some
Frozen raspberry.
dry
Egg
ice on
whites
top.
on top of it.
Yeah.
Is that not meringue?
No,
No.
The
This is
Bespin
the
Fizz is
pink
the
drink.
red one.
Right, I get it.
Pinkish reddish drink.
But the fizz, I normally think of.
No, that's
an egg
dry
white.
ice. They're gonna put some dry ice on top. It's
Yeah.
gonna fizz for a little bit,
I
and
don't
then
need that.
yeah. The third one is the Yub Nub.
This is the one I'm most curious about.
This looks like an
sweet.
orange and mango puree with probably some rum.
Those
I'll
look
be
like
fine with
those
that.
look like passion fruit seeds in the middle of it to me.
That's
I'll
definitely
drink that.
passion fruit seeds.
I'd like that because it's a little bit tart if it has passion fruit seeds.
And the last one is the fuzzy tauntaun, and this looks
That's
looks like a whiskey sour with some like egg white foam on top.
That's
This looks like a
meringue
whole
for
bunch of nope.
I don't want that.
I kind of like. I'm curious. I would out of like these four, I want to try the Outer Rim and the Yub Nub.
I would definitely try the Outer Rim and the Yub Nub. Maybe I might give the fizzy tauntaun a try if it's not a whiskey sour. If that turns out to be a whiskey sour, probably going to pass on it.
No, you're gonna make Andrea order the Bespin Fizz, and then he'll end up drinking it. I know how this works.
I like fruity drinks. But those are the only alcoholic beverages. Now there are some non-alcoholic beverages.
Wait. Those are the
Wait,
only-
what about
That's
the
not
no?
true.
The one in the middle.
What about the Carbon Freeze, the Oga's Obsession, the Cliff Dweller, the
Are those
Mugan
alcoholic?
Tea, the Blue Bantha, the Bloody Rancor, the Black Spire
Okay.
Brew? I don't know.
The Black Spire Brew, all of those Bloody Rancor, Black Spire Brew, Blue Bantha, those are non-alcoholic.
Oh,
Okay,
fuck that.
this site doesn't say. So
This
What
one
about
does.
the Carbon Freeze?
Okay, so the Carbon Freeze is these are all non-alcoholic.
Oh,
Carbon
fuck
Freeze, Oga's Obsession, and the Cliff Dweller, all boba balled up.
Nope.
yeah, pass.
And this is the weird one. The Oga's Obsession has like pop rocks on it.
That's a thing, though. I've heard of that before.
This is weird. This is served in a petri dish. I think this is more of like a dessert/drink thing that you scoop out.
It looks kind of fucking
It does look weird. Carbon Freeze has
Kind of looks
boba
like
balls in it.
eggs. It looks like something like laid eggs in Jello. That's the
Yeah,
best way I
it
can
looks. It looks like
describe it.
alien poop.
No, it's eggs. I mean, I can understand if they're non-alcoholic, because as a kid, I would be all over the green thing.
Oh yeah, I could see that. Or
As a kid,
that carbonite.
Well,
fizz
that's
thing.
Yeah.
that's what they're
The-
hoping for. They're hoping little kids see that and go, "I want that," and they get it.
Well,
and it's
it's-
bad.
it's
but-
gonna be smoking,
Well,
that's
it's
why.
not only that. Daddy's gonna get an adult drink. Here's your drink.
Mm-hmm.
Leave me alone. And the Cliff Dweller doesn't look like
looks like
anything.
iced
to me.
tea.
It looks like a fruit juice.
Yeah, it looks like a fruit juice.
I thought it looked like tea with some like mango or raspberry puree in it.
And then you can also get. So there are some. Hold on, let me get the other one up.
So the
Now, a
Mugan tea,
question.
the blue
Are they gonna
bantha,
have
those
the-
aren't alcohol.
Hold on,
Sorry,
hold
Scott.
on. I'm gonna
No.
get there. Okay, so there are some other drinks here at Oga's Cantina. The Mugan tea is non-alcoholic. This is basically just a cold brew black tea with lime on top and looks like some Luxardo
That's
sherry.
a pretty meaty
It's
wedge.
a very meaty wedge.
That's less lime than I got at the top of the world.
The Blue Bantha is essentially blue milk with a cookie on top.
Oh,
That's a
blue
cookie.
milk.
Cookie.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
The Black Spire Brew is going to be a cold brew coffee
I can see myself
I could-
drinking that
on-
now, but I'd want it
on a
spiked.
hot day. Why not?
I'd want it spiked.
Adam, I bet you at Disney World they will have a spiked option.
Yeah. I
Like
would
you
want
could
it.
probably get that with a shot of vodka or a shot of bourbon or
Bourbon.
something like that.
I like my coffee with bourbon. I
Yeah.
really like that.
I can see that.
combo.
And then the last one they have is a Bloody Rancor. This one does contain alcohol. It's their take on a Bloody Mary with a cookie
Yes.
bone thing on top.
Now this
Yes.
is dark brown,
Yes,
Scott.
all the way yes.
It is dark brown, but that's what color a Rancor is.
Probably. I'm also thinking instead of it's probably beet
Scott,
juice.
I know what a Rancor is, but what I'm saying is, this does not look like any Bloody Mary that me or the Burks
Plus
have
it-
ever had.
I said it's their
It's
take on a
probably-
Bloody Mary.
I get
So,
that.
and it's probably beet juice. It's
I
probably
think-
not
I
tomato
think beet
juice.
juice would be a lot lighter than that.
No,
Oh, beet juice is dark. It's like purple.
beet juice is almost like a
Yeah,
purple color.
So they could probably mix you mix that with
If you
Tomato
mix
juice?
Worcestershire and tomato juice, and it will get that brown
It's
muddy color.
off-putting looking.
Well, don't drink it.
so
I
is your
will.
beard.
Yeah,
See
touche.
how Scott gets jealous about the beard that he can't grow, so he has to talk shit about mine.
Hey, listen.
Same
my
reason
beard
I
is-
talk shit about Scott's hair. See how we're trading off here.
The drinks here do look okay.
No, they don't.
There's a few here that I'm interested in trying. I'm not gonna lie. I would love to sit there and bash this to.
I'm
high
interested
heaven,
in
but
trying
There are a
them.
few I want to try.
I'm interested in trying them, but I'm also kind of not super.
I think the outer rim is gonna be interesting. I really think
The
the
outer
Yub Nub is
rim.
gonna. I think.
The Yub Nub does look interesting, I will say.
God, I'm so stupid.
But because they look like a little bit more upscale, like high-end cocktails.
They look like top of the world cocktails.
And then you have and then you have your frozen fruit drinks, which is just like every other themed bar you've ever been to. So I mean, you're gonna have your hardcore drinks and you're gonna have your themed fruit drinks. It's normal.
All right, so I have some more information on. Before we move on, I have some more information on Docking Bay 7 because we're going to come back to docking. They do have some actual.
I'll show you what to tug, Cookie.
They do have some actual descriptions of the dishes here. So let's start with that.
Yeah, Scott,
yip
dock that
tip.
information right into my brain. Let's go.
I'm going to dock it right now. The fried Andorian yip tip, okay, is a decadent chicken dish with roasted vegetable mash and herb gravy. So this is a air
Okay, I
fried
am
chicken.
seeing something totally different in this picture than what you just described.
That's mashed potatoes with.
This looks like a fucked up, jacked up chicken finger over a bed of peas
does
and
look
rice.
like
It's not rice.
and
It is
carrot.
mashed potatoes.
If I had to guess what this was, it's a fried fish fillet, like a fried cod fillet.
But
is what it looks like
it's
to
chicken.
Me. It's square. It's squared off.
It is. It is very squared
And
off.
in herb gravy, that's just ground up herbs in a fucking Vitamix.
Well, is that what's green that's
Yes,
underneath
that is
it?
the
Yes.
herb gravy, Adam.
Herb gravy. So they have a braised shock roast. I don't know what a shock is.
It's gonna
Two A's.
be
Two A's in that.
It's beef. It's
Sounds
pot
painful.
roast.
It is. It's beef pot roast featuring cavatelli pasta, kale, and mushrooms.
I'll
eat that too.
Why does everybody think you have to have kale on it?
It's a superfood.
Yeah, I'm not Superman, so
But I understand. It's a very brown dish, and the kale will give it
That's
some
right.
green, so I kind
It
of
gives
get
a color.
that.
it's a brown dish.
There
It
is
is.
you ready for this? Ithorian garden loaf. A plant.
No.
A plant-based meatloaf.
Stop talking.
It's
Stop
a vegan
talking
turd.
now.
Hey, vegetarians are people too.
It's a vegan turd.
No, they're
No, they're
not.
Vegan loaf.
The Ithorian garden loaf is a plant-based meatloaf dish, and meatloaf is in quotes. Served with.
Of course, because it's plant-based.
If
I'm pretty
something is
sure the whole
plant-based,
point
you
of
can't put the word meat in there. Nope. Stop.
well, no, it's a meatloaf.
Featuring
no,
that
no,
same
no.
roasted.
So should it be a
It's
plant
a shit.
loaf?
It's a shit plant loaf.
Yeah.
It's a plant loaf.
It's
Well, you'll probably shit really well. I'm sure there's plenty of fiber in it.
You know why they call it meatloaf? Because no one wants to eat anything called a plant loaf.
Yeah, it's served with roasted vegetable mash that we saw in the chicken dish, the yip tip, and seasonal vegetables, and then mushroom sauce.
Okay, so it's vegetables on top
Give
of
me
vegetables.
that. Tell you what, give me that mushroom sauce on an actual meatloaf, and I would eat that.
I only eat plants.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, there is a smoked kadu ribs, which are smoky country sticky pork ribs with blueberry corn muffin
Kadu.
and cabbage slaw.
Ooh,
Yes,
that sounds.
all the way
yeah,
I'd eat
Yes.
that. I'd eat that.
You're getting me chubbed up now. See, I was inverting before.
Yeah.
Now.
The oven roasted burra fish is a.
Are you ready to show Cookie?
Yeah.
We could.
Oh, Adam. Hey, guess what? You're right.
That's
The
what it was.
oven roasted burra fish features a Dijon crusted sustainable fish with mixed greens, roasted vegetables, quinoa, and pumpkin seeds.
Oh, I was right, but I don't like quinoa.
Those are fucking chunky ass pumpkin seeds. Is all I'm saying.
With a creamy
I
green
don't
curry.
like the texture of quinoa.
It also features a creamy green curry ranch dressing. I would actually eat this. I would eat this.
I don't like.
I don't like quinoa. I
I
could- I
really
could-
don't like the
Stop
texture.
could
trying
deal
to
with
make
it.
me healthy.
I could deal with quinoa for
No,
this.
I don't. I like healthy food. The texture of quinoa kind of grosses me out a little bit. I don't know what it is, and I'm usually not that freaky when it comes to texture, but quinoa should not
If
feel
healthy
the way it
food
tastes, and
cool,
it bothers
it's
me.
all right. But the
Now, you
problem
can
I have
also
with
get
healthy food
this-
is I'm hungry later. I'm hungry in like 10 minutes.
You can also get the same
No, I
dish
can't say that.
with an oven roasted yip tip, which is basically just oven roasted chicken.
Yum.
I might do that over the fried mess.
Honestly,
if that
the
is.
oven roasted yip tip, tip yip, sounds better than the fried tip yip.
I would rather have some charbroiled Uncle Ben ribs. Can we get those? His uncle got burned. He was a crispy bastard. Luke's Uncle Ben. It's nothing to do with the rice guy.
It wasn't Uncle Ben. It's Uncle Owen.
You said
I'm thinking
Uncle
of
Ben.
Spider-Man. I'm thinking of Spider-Man. I'm thinking of Spider-Man. Where am I at?
Spider-Man's uncle was shot, wasn't he?
It's Uncle Owen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was shot.
Uncle
Last
Ben,
one is
and he
the
was crispy.
Yob
That's
shrimp.
why.
The Yob shrimp. God, say that 5 times fast.
Yob shrimp, yob shrimp, yob shrimp, yob shrimp, yob shrimp, yob shrimp.
The last dish they have is the Yob shrimp noodle salad, which is marinated
What?
noodles.
Giggle salad?
Like, yeah, it's like
Noodle
it's like
salad.
yakisoba.
Oh,
But here's wait.
I can't say that one time once. Fast.
Yakisoba,
forward.
yakisoba.
I'm not asking you to.
But here's all right. I don't hate this dish if this was hot.
Is it cold? Is it cold
Wait, what?
noodles?
It's cold noodles and
Ugh, I
cold
don't
shrimp.
like that.
I do.
Cold noodles, cold shrimp, cold
What
vegetables. Nope. Big pass.
I don't mind cold shrimp if they're with
See, but I'm
cocktail
not a-
sauce, but I can't.
Make this warm, and I would eat this.
Or make it. You see, I would take it totally differently. I would make it a ceviche.
That would be good, but this is cold shrimp, cold noodles, and cold
See,
vegetables.
we totally went in a different direction. I would make it a shrimp pad thai.
Well, that's what I would hope it would be, but it's not. It's cold. It's all cold.
I'm just not I'm not a huge shrimp person.
Yeah.
Really?
I'll eat them, but they're not my favorite.
You didn't eat a lot of seafood growing up, right?
I ate a lot of. That's all I ate when growing up. I love seafood,
Oh, I
but shrimp
didn't
is
know.
just. It's common to me, and it doesn't. There's nothing wrong with it, but it's just.
No.
There's really not that much flavor
Now,
to it.
over at the Black Market Outpost, the Black Spire Outpost Market, you can get 2 different flavors of milk, blue milk and green milk.
I don't.
There's no alcohol in either
Nope.
one.
And
I
the
don't
blue
know
one is
about
plant
this.
based. It's not fucking milk.
So is
Are
the
they
green
both?
one.
Get the fuck out of here. Stop.
There's
Stop.
there's no milk in
Stop
either
it.
one
They're
of
all
these.
plant-based.
Please stop. Please stop.
Plant-based dairy, so it's not almond milk.
It's
Nope.
almond
See,
milk.
I don't think they could do almond
See,
milk.
this is where
Cashew
you lose
milk.
me. When you say plant-based dairy,
Well, it's soy.
Soy
And,
milk.
Even
It's
your
soy
soft
milk.
that's
serve.
not dairy.
Even your soft serve, but even a lot of your soft serve is non-dairy. When you really think about it, soft serve is usually a soy-based, unmilked
The
product.
blue milk is going to have berry combinations that come through with hints of melon. The green milk is going to be more tropical.
And I can't drink it because it's probably
They're
freaking
both
melon.
melon.
So
I would
Well, no, the
assume.
blue
I
milk
can't
is
have
going to
it.
have like hints of melon. The green milk will be tropical.
I might be able to get it with the green milk. I can't drink
I
the
just-
blue milk.
I'm not feeling this.
I think making this a plant-based thing is a mistake too.
Look, I'm going to have to
I don't.
get one of the blue milk drinks once just to have done it. And then I'm done.
See, but I can't drink it. So
Well,
I'm
no, you
out.
could drink the blue milk from the Oga's Cantina.
If it's the same stuff, I can't do melon. I can have a sip of it, and then my whole mouth will go numb, and it'll be awesome. I'll have it go.
Well,
into
you'll be like
anaphylactic.
Jar Jar Binks when
Great.
he goes through the
Shut your whore mouth! You just call me Jar Jar Binks.
the pod racer thing where his tongue goes numb.
I'm gonna sell you the cookie.
Me some
I'm
mouth
just
so
telling
numb.
you.
All in all,
I'm gonna sell him to cookie.
now there is one snack at this Black Market Outpost. It's the popcorn.
I'm really interested about this popcorn.
It does look good.
This looks really
It looks
pretty and
good.
it looks yummy.
Katsaka's Kettle. This is the Outpost mix. It's basically like a flavorful or colorful popcorn, pink and purples and reds.
Sweet,
I do
spicy,
that.
and salty.
Yep. So my guess is buffalo, kettle corn, and
I think it's a fruit.
there's got to be a fruit one in there. What's that purple one? The red one's going to be the spicy buffalo popcorn. The purple one's probably a
Purple.
blueberry. A blueberry
flavored.
popcorn,
Some sort of berry.
and then kettle corn
Or
or
caramel.
corn. Yeah. So interesting. A good snack. I'll get it.
So I'm most interested in Ronto Roasters, though.
Yes, the other quick service is going to be Ronto Roasters, and dude,
The
food,
concept
man.
art looks amazing.
So there's the Malorian juice.
What the hell is that?
It looks
This
like
is
a
essentially 3
engine.
tacos with turkey jerky.
a spice grilled sausage and roast pork with turkey jerky. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know about this one.
No desire to have
It's
turkey
gonna
jerky.
like I have a feeling this is going to be very dry.
And overly
Yes.
salty.
mean
You're talking about
Yes.
you're talking about grilled sausage, roasted pork,
No, grilled-
and turkey jerky.
No, it's too much.
Like that turkey jerky looks like something that Leatherhead skinned off and hung up to dry.
I'm not a fan of jerky. I'm just don't get the draw for it.
I like beef jerky,
I just don't.
but this looks dry.
I don't like. It's just overly
This looks
salty to
dry.
me. I just not a fan.
Why did they put
I
turkey
like
in?
fresh jerky. I'm not a fan of like overly processed. If that makes sense.
I feel like this is going to be.
Yeah, this is out of a fucking bag for sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm out.
The Ronto Roasters wraps. The Ronto wrap is that sausage with slaw on top in a flatbread kind of thing.
It's a wiener and a
that.
pita with some slaw on top of it. Let's be
Yeah.
honest, Scott.
Well, I hope it's a good Italian sausage.
It's not. It's a grilled spice sausage.
It's a chorizo.
Yeah, it's like chorizo.
I like chorizo, though.
I guarantee it's
Love
either
good
chorizo or polska kielbasa.
I'm fine with the chorizo.
Maybe I'm just overly optimistic that it might be good, but it's unless the portion.
It looks very pedestrian.
The portion size does not equate to what this should be.
Yeah.
The thing that I'm most excited about is those pita-looking breads. It's like a naan bread.
Well, I think the pita is probably going to be the best part of this.
But I think if that slaw is pickled on top of that fatty sausage, I think it's going to go well.
It doesn't look like it
It looks like
though.
it's like ranch based.
See, I don't see any.
It looks like it's regular coleslaw to me.
Doesn't look creamy to me.
Oh, there's definitely creamy on that.
Scott can spot creamy.
Sorry, I'm being a 5-year-old because you have a creamy sausage is all I'm thinking right
But
now.
look, there is a lot of food over at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. Let us know what you're excited to try. Let us know what you're vomiting in your mouth for. That turkey jerky.
Porgs.
You know what? Opportunity
I would like
missed.
a big
Opportunity
porg.
missed right there.
Cornish
Porg
game pork.
wings?
Porg wings, Cornish game porg. Yeah, totally opportunity missed here, guys. Star Wars and Disney, you done fucked up. You done messed up, Ron.
I want a holocron cube.
I want to know if you're allowed to buy these outfits and wear them in the land, or if you're going to get in trouble for wearing a costume into the park.
I feel bad. First of all, I feel bad for Disney Laundry Services.
Right? Fuck.
Those are going to be some stinky ass costumes at the end of the day.
Fucking nightmare.
Everything is long
I like
sleeves.
that orange jacket,
Everything is long sleeves.
It doesn't look
Adam.
breathable either.
Adam, there's absolutely no doubt you'll be able to buy all this shit because apparently you're supposed to buy and dress up once you get there.
Yeah, it's right here. But what I'm saying is, a lot of these are robes and weapons, and are they going to allow that in the parks?
Okay, they already allowed lightsabers. That's already been allowed. That's been allowed for quite a little while.
And there will be a secret area where you go and build your own lightsaber.
There will be that. I get that. But what I'm saying is, a lot of these, like those full adult Jedi robes,
you see a weapon?
He's got a fucking lightsaber hanging from his belt.
Lightsabers are allowed. Lightsabers have been allowed because they're not real swords.
Robes.
The blasters are the thing that's not allowed.
Full costumes are not allowed in Disney right now for adults over the age of 13.
But I don't think they're considering this a costume.
This is going to be interactive role playing. Trust me, they're going for it because.
And I'm not gonna lie to you. It's like the thing on the orange jacket. I like that
orange
orange
jacket's
jacket. But it doesn't look like costume.
I'm talking about the ones that. I'm talking about the
wear
ones
that
that
all the time. It's kids-ish.
I mean,
and the woman's. I don't
Trenton,
know.
you're going to be able to buy a full-on First Order uniform.
I will buy the shit out of it.
I like the First Order.
And you're going to be able to buy Jedi outfits.
I want the holocron.
I mean,
I want it all.
If you don't think I'm not going to buy a Jedi robe and Jedi tunic, you're dead wrong.
You think I'm not going to buy that bust of Darth Maul?
Good luck on that. It's going to be a small fortune.
The lightsabers will be about $150 for a complete lightsaber.
See, now I've heard different things about that.
You know what? I'm gonna have to buy one because my son is
the-
all in
the-
on the lightsabers.
I've heard that the pre-made legacy sabers will be about that price, but I've heard that the make your own are starting much lower.
That's
Nope.
not what I heard.
Guests will be able to
This is
build
straight from
their
the lady
own.
that did the preview. So
Guests will be able to build their own high-end lightsabers, totally different from the plastic toy sabers we're used to.
Absolutely.
So these are going to be like the ultra sabers that you see on the internet.
Yeah, I think these are going to be very
Yes.
similar to that.
Prices starting around $150 for a complete saber, which is about. Ultra sabers runs about $100 to $125 a saber.
Depends on which
Right,
one.
and
They go all
that's
the way up to
that's
like
starting.
400.
So that's what you're going to get. You're going to get a basic Jedi lightsaber for about $150, all the way probably up to in the $350 to $400 range.
Well, I mean, the thing that, and again, I'm going to reference that other podcast, is that there's kyber crystals involved. There's a whole bunch going on here.
It's going to make the rookery.
Sign
it's a
me
gonna
process.
make the
and it's going to be a
rookery-
queue, and you're going to wait in line for a long time.
I don't
Guess what?
care. You don't seem to
Yeah.
understand. I don't give a flying fuck about how long this is all going to take.
I get that. I'm just saying you're going to be in line for a long time. Your whole
Oh,
vacation's going to be
fucking well.
And
Okay,
Trenton,
hi. Number one, we all go to Disney enough that I can afford to
Dude,
waste a day online.
Believe me, I've got Star Wars tattoos. I understand. I'm just as obsessed as you. I'm just saying I'll be back.
and Trenton, there will be a line of nerds saying, "Shut up and take my money."
Absolutely.
No, I'll be one of those
Absolutely.
fucking nerds. I mean, are we going to talk about the other announcement?
Yes, we are. Okay, look, Disney's shareholder conference just ended, and we have a huge announcement. Big
Huge.
news. Big
Huge.
news. Real news, not fake news. Okay, Disney announced the opening dates for Star Wars Galaxy Edge in both Disneyland and Disney World. In just under 2.5 months, and May 31st, right after Memorial Day weekend, Star Wars Galaxy Edge opens in Disneyland Resort in Southern California. And on August 29th, Disney's Hollywood Studios will open their Star Wars Galaxy Edge in
Do you
Florida.
think this is?
Wow.
Do you think the
That
best
was-
part about this
that was
is
not
that
what
people
I expected.
shit on them for
Well,
so
I mean-
long for opening everything else late and after dates that they said they were going to?
Well, you have to be super careful with when we say opening, because this is a phased
Yes,
opening.
both are phased.
That means not everything's going to be finished quite yet. So, I mean, you have to be, when you say opening, we're not getting everything all at once, which is fine. I don't mind that. But it's just, who knows what's actually going to be opening when they actually open
Yes.
this stage.
So for our...
There's
Go ahead and finish.
no, go ahead. I was
So,
pretty much done.
for guests planning to visit Star Wars Galaxy's Edge at Disneyland Park in California between May 31st and June 23rd, 2019, you will not only need a valid theme park admission, but you will also need to be required to make a no-cost reservation, which is subject to availability, to access the land. So, for a month, they're going to be taking reservations to go here for Disneyland guests.
And this is only for Disneyland, though, because they're not doing the same in Orlando.
A reservation will not be offered or required to experience Galaxy's Edge at the Walt Disney World Resort at this time. We talked about it off air that maybe they would do a soft opening for DVC pass holders, all those kind of things. I don't think so.
I think it's still coming. They're not going... They can't just open this and say, here you go. It's not going to work.
I agree with you. It will be a cluster fucking a half.
They won't do it. It doesn't make sense.
Real talk here,
There
though.
will be a soft
Here's
opening.
the
I
thing.
just
I
don't
think
know.
once they realize
Star Wars weekends, race mother.
Dude, Adam just went
Please
full
God, is all
Cornholio. I
I'm
wish
gonna
people
say.
could have seen him. That was full Cornholio.
it will. Disneyland might be ready for a preview on April 5th, but Star Wars in Disney World will definitely not. be.
Real
This
talk
is
here,
not
guys.
open
Would
for another
you
month.
purchase fast passes?
But you're...
How much?
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm an asshole. As much as I say I'm not going to be there, damn Skippy, September, my ass is out there waiting online.
How much would you pay
I don't know.
for, let's say, an hour early access before the park opens, one ride on each ride, and a drink at the bar?
Okay, but here's the game with this. Both rides are not open yet.
No, I'm just saying. No. I'm saying hypothetically. This is totally hypothetical
No.
because they haven't announced this. So
150 tickets.
a
I
ride?
wouldn't.
No, more than that. A ride on each ride and one drink from the bar.
No. There's no point. I will wake up 2 days early and just wait in line.
$350.
No, absolutely not. There's
Wait,
no way.
No,
Nope.
I wouldn't do that. No. I would do
It's
150 per person.
I can see my, if you give me like an early morning magic hours kind of event.
Yeah, for like
there.
if you were to say 2 hours,
Extremely limited. Extremely limited.
2 hours,
Define extremely limited.
300 people. 350 people.
150 a ticket. I stand by that.
Way more.
I think
Way more.
And then I would pass.
No.
I'd pass because honestly, I'll come back because I've got DVC. I'm going to be back over the next 20 years, 40.
I would
40
make myself up
years,
for it.
and I'll come back.
I would wake up early and, I still to this day have not paid for any of the party or early morning or late
I
evening
haven't
parties.
either. And I've done Slinky Dog.
I mean, I've done Slinky Dog. I've done Pandora multiple times.
I mean, the event that we
And
went to
it's
for Slinky
just-
Dog was free.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I mean, I haven't felt the need to pay for something like that.
I'm not waiting in a 6-hour line.
Adam, I think
But I'm also getting up bright damn early, and I will be at that park the second they'll let me line up. So, I am that crazy person.
Adam, I think that once they realize how controlled the reservation system is at Disneyland, they will implement the same at Disney World for probably the first couple months.
They would have announced it
I don't
already.
know.
And they would have to. The thing is with Disney World is that they would have to tier it some way and have to. It would be too nightmarish.
Then it's going to be a free for all when you walk in, and it's just going to be wait in line.
Pandora was.
I think you're. Well, no, Pandora did have some pass holder previews,
There'll be pass holder previews. There's nothing saying that
but
there
that'll
won't.
be in
I don't
like
think there will be.
that'll be in like June or early August.
I think the only thing that they're going to have, if they have anything
July
early
or
or early release or anything, it's either going to be DVC or it's going to be pay to get in.
But that's what they do all the time. It's usually DVC
Yeah.
and pass holder. That's nothing new at
I don't
Disney
think it's going to be
World.
pass holder. I think
Sorry.
it's going to be something you have to pay for as a pass holder.
Well, here,
No, I don't
look,
think
Trent,
so.
they didn't implement the early morning thing where you pay to get into Toy Story right away. That was later on after the fact.
And they actually did the DVC
Preview, yes.
pass holder party preview after the park was already
I think
open.
they'll still do those.
So it's coming.
I think they'll still do those. But
it's coming.
For the most part, it's going to be a free-for-all. Now, they have announced that this will all be part of Extra Magic Hours. I can bet you anything
Yes, and-
that rather than going from one park a night with Extra Magic Hours, Star Wars and Hollywood Studios will have Extra Magic Hours at least one day every week.
I agree. Well, it'll be more than that because don't forget they did the same with Pandora when it
Or I'm
first opened.
sorry.
did.
It'll have either a morning or an evening almost every day for the first few months.
I want to say
That's the first time that I ever saw Pandora. It was open till 1 o'clock every night for DVC members. Open till
And-
1.
And then they have a special again. They'll figure out a way. They haven't. Well, they announced it.
I just
I
think this
don't
is on a
think they're
totally
gonna-
different level.
And you're forgetting. Not everything's open. They're not opening both
No,
rides.
I don't
Right
think
now.
it matters. I don't think it
Yeah,
matters.
sure it does.
Going in the Millennium Falcon is going to make me jizz my
It's
pants.
not open. That's not the ride that's open.
No,
yet.
the Smuggler's
It is.
Smuggler's Run will be open first. The Rise of the
Smuggler's Run.
Resistance is going to
Yes.
open shortly after park opening.
I thought Rise. I thought.
Smugglers
I
Run
Smuggler's
thought
Run opens
first.
first. That's the one that's going to be open first.
I'm going to sit in the Millennium Falcon and I'm just going to start baiting off.
Yeah, Phase 2 opening later this
It was
year.
nice knowing you. Please don't ride
Yeah.
with me.
Phase 2 Rise of the Resistance, the most ambitious, immersive, and advanced attraction ever imagined, will put guests in the middle of the climactic battle between the First Order and the Resistance and will blur the lines between fantasy and reality. That's going to open second in both parks.
I also think that's going to be the flight of passage of this land.
I don't know.
think.
It's going to be mind blowing
I think
from what I
Millennium
understand.
Falcon is going to be the Navi River, but
No, I don't think so.
not on the same
Absolutely
scale
not.
as Navi River. I think that Rise of Resistance is going to be the showcase attraction.
Trent, if I ride Navi River Journey before both of these rides, you can come to New Jersey and punch me in the face.
I don't mean it like that.
I'm
saying out of the two rides,
Navi River Journey, and I honestly don't have any plans to
You
ride
have
it.
to.
that's not what I'm saying.
No,
I'm
you
saying
have to ride
that
it.
there's
I
flight
think
of
you would
passage.
actually enjoy
There's
it.
flight of passage and there's Navi River. I think in comparison of the lands, I think that the Millennium Falcon is going to be Navi River, and I think Rise of
these are
Resistance is going to
both-
be flight of passage.
I totally disagree. I think these are both two very big e-ticket attractions.
I think they're both e-ticket, yes.
But Navi River is not an e-ticket attraction.
I think that Rise of the Resistance is going to be the better ride.
This is the first land where we've had 2 e-tickets in one land. I mean, open up brand new. Open up new. I'm not talking original.
okay, I was
style.
going to say Slinky
Okay,
Dog
I'll
and
do
Toy
that.
Story Mania are both e-tickets.
Toy Story's older, though. That's already been there.
Yeah,
But it's
yeah.
still an
He's
e-ticket.
talking about opening
At
up
the same
relatively
time-
like within 6 months of
At the
each
same
other.
time.
Well,
Yep.
they're not opening
Okay,
at
within
the
a
same
few
time.
months.
But that's a decent time gap.
Do we think that Rise of the Resistance will be open by the time we get there?
No.
No.
I would say December. That's going to be
not.
the December opening.
That's going to be December, if not January.
I think what they did was they said, okay, we need to open this up, and we know we're going to have 90 or 85% of this land open. Might as well open it up and let's do it.
I think it's going to be a lot less.
Well, no, I think all the restaurants will be open. All the stalls will be open.
I think it's going to be a lot less.
I think be prepared to be surprised. I think all the restaurants will be open and all of the markets will be open.
The second you save phased opening,
the only phase they've talked about is the second ride.
I think now that they've released the menus and the drinks, I think those will open those things. There's no way that they release that shit and be like, oh, gotta wait till January. There's no way.
But you also have to remember that Navi was tweaked after it was open too.
It's because it's bad.
No, I'm talking about the rest of the land. They were constantly tweaking the food.
You mean Pandora?
Pandora.
When you said Navi, I thought you meant the ride. I was like, of course they tweaked it. It's shitty.
Food. I mean, the cheeseburger pods are gone.
I mean, they're constantly. They haven't figured
but that's
out
anything. I mean, they tweak the food all the time.
But hear me out. They got
my
rid of
pork
breakfast.
shank is gone.
They totally.
They did. The breakfast didn't work.
But I wanted to try it. I was the most excited about trying that freaking breakfast, and the bourbon oatmeal.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. I know you.
Adam, my pork shank is gone
from
Gaston's.
That's been gone for quite a while.
Yeah, it's been gone forever.
I still miss it. Miss it.
I think we're going to get a lot less than everybody's anticipating. I'd be pleasantly surprised if more things are open.
I'd say be prepared to be surprised.
People are going to riot.
A nice surprise for you.
I don't think there's any way they post all those pictures of those drinks and food if they're not opening those places.
Like I said, and people are up in arms because they plan trips and they don't want to be there when it's crowded. And I'm like, fuck yes, motherfucker. That shit's going to be open. I am waiting online.
I'm indifferent. If it wasn't open by the time I got there, I'm totally okay with that.
So hyped about this.
You know what? Look, that's a good show topic for another day. We'll talk about how to either avoid Star Wars Galaxy's Edge and make the most of your vacation, or, as Adam wants to do, how to wait in line for 9 hours.
I don't care.
That part's really, really short. You get a sleeping bag and you
That's true.
I don't care. I will sleep standing up. I've done it. I rode the New York City.
You can hobo nap on the streets of America.
Scott always cuts me off when we start talking about Star Wars because he knows we'll just keep talking.
We will, and this quickie turned into God knows how long. I can't even look at it.
Almost an hour and 40
Exactly.
minutes.
That's not a quickie. That's a full show.
Pretty much.
So I want to say, thanks for listening this long for Star Wars Geek Talk. It's been fun. It's been real. So Trent, give me some closing remarks tonight.
Keep the rates and reviews coming on iTunes or wherever you listen to this show. I'm ready to pound some Four Locos and...
Oh my god, I'm going to throw up.
I thought of the most awful thing I could think of. No, I'm going to get...
No, your gay drink. That was pretty bad too.
I wish I was there to see that.
I'm going to get some fizzy soda and I'm going to pour some fucking
blue
shitty vodka into it.
No, he's going to actually pour it over...
cotton candy.
Cotton candy.
There's gonna be boba balls in it. We're going to get after it. No, keep the rates and reviews coming. We're gonna round up all the new reviews. I'm gonna get drunk as fucking shit and read them all. And it's gonna be probably pretty bad, but it's gonna be entertaining. So
all I want to do right now, and
I will
probably give $5 to somebody just writes the biggest, longest words that you can possibly think of in a review.
Go to your thesaurus, find shift F7 when you're typing this out.
Thanks,
and
guys.
make sure you make Trenton say the most superfluous and absolutely just egregious words that you can think of.
Yeah, I got a bigger vocabulary than Scott. So,
That's not true.
It's okay. All I need you to do is spell supercalifragilisticexpialidocious backwards and forwards.
Which, by the way, was an answer on Jeopardy today.
Let's not talk about Jeopardy. I'm real sad about that.
It makes my heart hurt. Much love to Alex Trebek.
Yep.
I'll say that.
To Alex Trebek, being from the now extinct Ellen's Energy Adventure. He's got a Disney tie.
I've got that soundtrack on my iPod.
It hurts all of our hearts. to hear about Alex Trebek, and I think all of our hearts go out to Alex Trebek. That's a terrible thing to learn, and we're all I think we're all shook up.
We're all praying for him. I mean, honestly, thoughts and prayers to Alex Trebek. Beat it, and I can't wait to see you on Jeopardy for the next decade.
Fuck your pancreas.
Yeah. Adam, give me some closing remarks tonight.
How can I follow fuck your pancreas?
Well, dock it.
Pull it on a dock here.
Docking Bay 7. By the way, look, Matt Holmes keeps telling me, he's like, Docking Bay 94 is such a big thing. I've seen A New Hope about 1 billion times. I've never caught that part.
I don't know what we're talking about. What's A New Hope? No, I'm just saying.
I'm sorry, Matt.
I just wanted to watch everybody.
I have not paid attention to that movie that closely that I remember the docking bay where the Millennium Falcon is docked in Mos Eisley.
I just watched people get frustrated when I said, "What's A New Hope?"
I don't know who you are anymore. If I would have known this, I would have known this when I slept in a hotel room. I would have bashed his head in then.
Look, Trenton. Originally, when that movie came out, when Adam was watching this in the theaters.
Oh my God! He just twisted that knife so hard.
It wasn't called A New Hope. It was just Star Wars.
It was, though. It's true. I'm not gonna lie. I did see it in the theater.
I just watched Scott rip Adam's kidney out with a fucking twist.
No, because you know what that makes him? It makes him an OG fan.
Old. I was just gonna say old.
I'm no man. I know what I am. It's fine. You just wish you looked this fabulous at my age.
We have the same amount of hair, and I'm fucking half your age, so...
Exactly my point.
Who wore it better? Adam. Adam wore it better.
Nisa have no hair.
So, I actually, this morning, started doing the breakdowns for our running group as to who's running what race for the April running events for Star Wars, considering it all fits in somehow. So if you're interested, if you haven't signed up for our 3 Sheets to the Running group, please do. If you are running, we will try to meet up somewhere before most of the races. We will try to meet up somewhere after the races. I know there will be drinking involved, especially after the half. So just let us know if that's something you're all doing. A lot of us are running the challenge. A lot of us are running all the races. So there is a pretty big cheer group going on. I don't know where y'all are meeting yet, but I will try to find somebody who wants to spearhead that because I will be running all the races.
Yeah.
So.
Hey, look, Adam, there's absolutely no excuse for anyone in 3 Sheets Nation not to join the running group because why? I'm in there and I've actually ran and I actually do work out now.
I'm in there and I don't run.
Yes, but that's not my fault.
That is
you blame me for
that is a lot of people's fault. That is your fault. That is Tim's fault. That is my wife's fault. I've made an effort to get in shape, and the running group does keep you motivated. So I want to highly recommend everybody who's interested in getting back in shape, get over to the Facebook running group, 3 Sheets to the Finish Line, and make sure you join and get motivated. It's a good motivation.
It's a great motivation. Not any of us there are these ultra athletes.
Adam
we
Holt
do have a few.
and the Ginger Kenyon.
Yes, which is fine. But they're some of the most supportive people in this group. I will never be a runner
when
like
Adam Holt tells me good job, I get all like tingly inside.
Yes.
It's
a
like
great
Ric Flair
feeling.
going woo at
It
you.
sounds stupid.
You're like, yes!
Yeah, it is. It really is.
We also have a bunch of us who've linked all our iDevices together.
Kinky.
And we are nowhere near the ultra athletes.
I am not fast.
But we're constantly congratulating each other even for the smallest victories that we do when we track each other. So it's definitely something that if you want to get a little healthy, we almost had Brent and Sydney running a 5K. That's all I'm going to say.
So close.
Until it got sold
don't try to
out.
make my drunk friends do things like that.
It's okay. They can run it drunk. People have.
Stephanie.
Yes.
She ran a 10K hanged over.
Was that before she squeezed cheese all over me?
After.
That was after.
Yeah. So definitely go over to the Facebook group, facebook.com/group/3 Sheets. Join the Facebook group, but also join the Finish Line, 3 Sheets to the Finish Line. That's where you're going to find all of our healthy people. The Finish Line is a great, healthy-ish.
that's healthy-ish. I won't give you healthy people because there's not one of us who's uberly fit. And
There's
we
somewhat
enjoy
healthy,
life,
and then
so.
there's mostly healthy, and then there's almost healthy.
And,
Wait, look,
and we go
we
with
drink.
There
or
you go.
No, we exercise so we can drink. Yes. So look, from all of us here at Three Sheets to Mouse, I want to thank you for making our show a part of your Disney life. Thank you for your time this time, and until next time, so long for just a while.
And thank you